Hi, my name is Lundi Mlonyeni. I am South African and I am stranded in Turkey.
On our first episode, this heartbreaking fantasy from the living.
Absolute consent, guys.
I did not know, and therefore I'm willing to unlearn some of the things that I know.
Usakhumbula sisakwazi uhlekisana ongicela phela sibuyelana ubuhle bakho bufana nezindaba zokahlala ungibulalela nisithandwa sami ungibulalela nibambolwa nimutshela ukuthi ngicela uthando lwakhe uma nimbona ngicela nimutshele ngisendleleni ngiphekeshowe ulapho uthando lwami lukhona eshowe kulapho ngamshiya khona eshowe
Welcome, it's your boy T45 back in the building, bringing you yet another banging episode. It's episode 16, baby, and we brought in the house, a very talented young man by the name of Dave Monday.
What it do?
Hey, what's happening, bro? No fish.
Thank you for having me.
That was beautiful, bro.
Thank you, sir.
That was beautiful.
You,
and that's one of your songs titled Eshowe.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it speaks about a girl you love and she just so happened to be in the KZN.
Yeah. So growing up, I actually had the chance of staying in KZN. My mother is from KZN.
Yeah.
So I mean, when I first started up being a little young player, that was my first relationship, so to say, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And I decided to, let me just write that and how things sort of panned out. I was there for a very short time, left to Cape Town, but I was gonna come back to my love,
Oh yeah.
for the bigger picture. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Tell us who you are, man. I've learned through the episodes. I'm not gonna say through the seasons, through the episodes that, in fact, it's quite good to give someone the space to actually introduce themselves and let people of the Newkid in the blog know exactly who you are.
Cool.
Tell us a bit about yourself, bro.
My name is Lundi Mlonyeni. That's my ID name. I go by the name of Dave Monday, originally from Cape Town. I've lived probably almost everywhere in South Africa. But I'm an artist. I'm a musician. I'm a creative. I love being within that space. And yeah, it's really awkward when you have to talk about yourself because when you're on the spot, you don't know what to say. But yeah, man. I'm currently in Johannesburg now, studied sound engineering, so I've always been, around the music sphere. I grew up in a very musical home as well. Yeah. So I've just always been around music and, arts, actually. Yeah. So I'm that guy. I'm a happy chap.
You're an artsy guy. You're an artsy guy. And I can attest because I remember the first time you and I actually chilled.
Yeah.
You took me to Braamfontein.
Sure.
Now, I've always known what the scene in Bram is, but I've never been there, to experience the artistic side of Braamfontein, to just say, I'm just going to chill here and really listen to the live music and everything. It's always been, So I really got to appreciate it when I was there with you. Do you still go thrift shopping?
I do, bro. Oh my gosh, it's such a vibe. I do. Only because, if I go to a shop, someone else might have that. If I go to a thrift shop, I have my own identity.
I thought you were going to hit us with one of your items that you created.
It's too early, bro. Let the people get used to the face first, and the swag will come through. But yeah.
No, that's great, bro. Welcome, everyone. This is the 16th episode of the most banging podcast you will ever come to know. And like we did say today, we have Lundi, also known as Dave Monday, and he's gonna tell us a bit. There's a lot of depth. This man is like an iceberg. Nah, you see it on top. It's just a small piece of ice, but the depth. That's right. The depth. We're about to chisel on that depth, man. I'm gonna start with something that is the most, if I can say so, the most impactful thing that has happened to your life recently, if I'm allowed to say so. You were stuck in Turkey for how many days?
4 months.
4 months in Turkey.
Yeah, 4 months.
Okay, and you'll tell me if I'm getting this correct. Why did you go to Turkey? Let's start there.
Sorry, it was 3 months. So, going to Turkey was basically another opportunity at doing what I love. Yeah. We were recruited by a entertainment company in Turkey, and what we do is they do basically production. So it's very similar to the MSC cruise ships where you go, you perform sets there. It's mostly covers, like entertainment, but instead of performing on the ships, we perform at the hotels. So the company is sort of contracted with the various hotels there in Turkey. It's a very huge tourist attraction as well. So the time that we were going there, we were ready to, work, get money, perform, travel, etc. So it was basically me traveling.
When was this? When did you get to Turkey?
This was on the 12th of March 2020. Yeah, that's when I left. I arrived on the 13th of March. And then we were going to be given about 4 weeks time just to rehearse, get used to the material before we actually go on stage and start performing. So that was the plan. So me going to Turkey was basically seeking, better horizons in terms of music.
And then you get to Turkey.
Yeah.
And this is now when this whole novel COVID-19 is starting to, gain traction, and there's no repatriation for you guys. Bro. I think the first time I heard about it is when actually we're actually putting together an episode, and we had realized in that week that you guys were actually stuck in Turkey, because I didn't know for the longest. And then we actually included it as part of our one of our episodes.
Hectic,
yeah. To say that whoever is out there who can help, please make sure that our fellow brothers and sisters are repatriated from Turkey. So it's you and how many other people that were stuck in Turkey?
And 20 28 others that were with me on the same company sort of work that we were going to be doing. Plus some other South Africans. So in total, it was actually 93 South Africans stuck in Turkey. And then we were the 29 that were stuck in Antalya, Turkey, which is sort of like another city. We were the musicians, we were the entertainment. So, yeah.
Istanbul.
Yeah, no. Istanbul is where we arrived, and that's where we catch the international, and then from there we take a domestic flight to Antalya. So we were actually 12 hours away from catching a flight, which was another challenge on its own, because eventually when we were able to go home, we had to make our own way to Istanbul to catch that flight. It was a lot.
It was hectic. I remember quite well.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. I mean, you're stuck in a house for like 3 months, so 29 people, everyone's an artist, so many energies, there's so many things that are happening, you know. And then there's the whole COVID drama that's happening, you know, you're on lockdown. You try not to be fearful as much because, I mean, you're in another country, you're stranded, no one knows you. So there was just a lot of dynamics that we were facing, but we just had to keep ourselves strong, level-handed, and sane, basically.
That's pretty dope, man. And you're a very talented oak, and I can imagine you didn't just wake up one day, you know, killing the guitar.
Yeah.
It kind of came from somewhere.
Correct.
Where did your influences start, bro? When did you first pick up a guitar?
Of guitar or music?
Music in general.
Okay.
Start there.
Okay. I was always surrounded by music. My father was a pianist at church.
Yeah.
Well, not just church, but he used to play, he used to love jazz. So I always used to admire him, you know, using his hands to make melody on some little board thingy. So that was that. A lot of the music that he played is the music that influenced me as well. Okay. So you might have heard in like when I was still playing, there was like, you know, a little jazz elements here and there, soul vibes. That's what I've been surrounded by. I went to boarding school, which was very musical as well.
Yeah.
Met some friends there. They had a guitar, and I was interested in girls, and I was told this is what you use to get a girl, you know. So that was my motivation at first. But I mean, the more I spend time with the guitar, the more I could find myself, because I'm self-taught.
Yeah.
So I'm
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I can't read and play. I can read, but very, very basic. So for me, learning the guitar was sort of like growing as a person as well. You know, if I was emotional or I wanted to express something, I'd go to the guitar and figure out something. If there's a melody that I'm thinking, I'd arrange it with my voice and then place it on my fingers. So guitar, probably my early high school days. Before that, I was just singing like choirs or whatever, but I always wanted to play an instrument, because the voice, you hear what the voice is saying, but the guitar, it's open for interpretation.
Yeah, I'm also self-taught, but only so I can only do so much.
Okay.
You know, of what I can remember.
Sure.
But I know a lot of people want to really know, because a lot of people want to learn how to play guitar. I know I've seen this, because every time I've carried a guitar around, everyone's always on some, can I touch this? Can I touch this? Let the people know, how practical is it to say you want to grab a guitar and actually teach yourself?
It's possible. It is practical. I think the only thing that people don't...
To be as good as you are.
Stop. I think the only thing that people don't consider is the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to give yourself time. You need to put in the work. I mean, it's not like, but just spend an hour a day just being familiar with the guitar. For me, because I can't read music, I have shapes. So I know that if I do this, I'm going to get this chord. If I do this, or if I'm on this fret, I'm going to get this melody. Eventually, the more time you do that, you'll know the entire fretboard. Yeah. You'll know the notes, you'll know the strings, and you can create whatever you want.
There you go. Go grab yourself a guitar for only $2.99. I'm joking. One of the lessons that I actually learned from a guy on YouTube who I used to watch quite religiously when trying to teach myself guitar. He once said, if you really want to get to know how to play guitar, never leave it in your bag. It must always be easily accessible.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. You're very right. That was actually an advantage I had as well. Because before guitar, like I said, I was exposed to piano.
Yeah.
And that was what was there. So I was actually getting good at that. And then it was no longer there. So I didn't have anything. Then there was a guitar. If there was a trumpet or a drum, time, I probably would have got into that.
Yeah.
Guitar was always accessible to me, so I was like, okay, let me just run with this one.
Shout. Yeah. So I'm just gonna run with how you and I met, and I think this is a pretty profound part of this show, because you and I, not even born yet, and our parents were singing together. Our parents were singing together, and then the first time I see you is actually at a Seventh Harmony concert, the group that I used to sing for.
Years ago,
yeah. And I'm seeing this young chap who's like, hey, he's a cool oak, man, really nice to be around, and only to find out he's a crazy musician. You even helped out with one of the songs that had initially been arranged to show how great Ulundi is. This song had been arranged by Upudlutando Mbengo, and he wrote it, he arranged it, and he did jazz and mastered in like jazz harmony. So that's as intricate as it gets. And Ulundi comes through and he says, hey, why don't you do this to the song? And it turns out to be fire. This is now something that he does literally a day before the concert. And he just changes the entire image of the song, and it works out pretty well. Yeah. But through conversation, we then find out that, no, man, your mom and my dad actually, in fact, my mom and your dad actually used to sing together. So it's pretty dope, man. I know your dad would be super happy to know that we're still trying to push this whole music thing, and we didn't lose our ways. Yeah, but we're still here. We're still here.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was actually a very fun experience. I think for me, why I was so comfortable was because the environment around me also was very musical and everything. But everything happens for a reason, bro.
It does.
So I think that's why we had to meet, within that space as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just happy you're here, bro. So let's talk about your music for a bit. You've now got, I think because I do my research on the people that, come and occupy this couch.
Yeah.
So I checked out, you've got, I think, 2 music videos.
Correct.
That are online. One is for the track that you just...
just sang right now.
You just sang and played as well, and it's called Eshowe. Yeah. The other song is titled Bengiti. Yeah. And it's a beautiful jam as well. So what's the plan as far as the music is concerned?
The music is... I've gained my momentum back now that I'm back in South Africa. A lot of things for me were sort of like on hold because I had this new venture which was, going to be fruitful. But for now, that is on pause. So I get the chance now to focus on my music. There's a lot of stuff that I've recorded. I just haven't released anything as yet. Officially, apart from the 2 that you know of. So now that I have more time on my hands and I've got platforms like these to shine, I'm going to be releasing a lot of stuff within this year. More content, just doing more of what I love. I don't want to stop doing that. So there's definitely, you're going to be hearing a whole lot more of me.
Man, it's weird though, because you're pretty well spoken. Okay. And if I remember quite distinctly, when you guys were stuck in Turkey, the radio interview that I listened to, which radio station was it?
I'm not sure. We did a couple.
We did quite a couple.
Yeah, we did.
But I know you quite a couple of times your voice was heard, being the one articulating everything.
Yeah, they made me spokesperson. So we had like a whole team. We had a whole team. So there was, because we're 29, we need to have one voice. And a lot of people are going to be contacting us. So instead, let's just have one team where each individual is assigned to, various tasks. Okay, so you're going to do emails, you're going to do social media, you're going to be the spokesperson, which was me, etc. So that's why you heard me a lot of the times doing the interviews. But there was a lot of behind the scenes.
I thought maybe you just sounded like you were stuck in Turkey better than everyone else.
Yeah. Well, that was, I had to try and make a picture, but at the same time, we're still trying to be professional.
It's like, who sounds like they're stuck in Turkey? Lundi, say something. Yeah, what's up? Definitely sounds like he's stuck in Turkey. Yeah, so speak. Turkish delight. That's what I actually call him. I call him Turkish delight. But I'm so glad you're back, man. It must have been a horrible experience, going through Corona in another country. It must have been very crazy. And I'm sure you guys had like the biggest sigh of relief when you eventually came back to South Africa.
Definitely.
Yeah. So does the Turkey thing still stand?
Yes, it does. So
that's dope.
For now, because things are sort of like on pause, the company was like, listen, we want you guys to come back. So once everything is cleared up, your contract still stands. we're gonna call you guys back, and then we'll basically just pick up where we left off. And I mean, we know all the material, so they're gonna sort of need us specifically back. It's gonna be more for them to get other people, etc. So yeah, that is still on the cards. I'm not rushing. Now that I'm home, I get to do everything else before I go back. So I'm just trying to maximize as much as I can on that time that I have here. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in terms of future plans, are you gonna drop an album?
Hard, bro. Oh my gosh, so much. So here's another thing that I haven't mentioned about myself. I write music as well, not just for myself, but for a few artists as well.
Are you allowed to name any?
A few, yeah. I write and arrange, and I play as a session guitarist. So I play for Tejo.
Okay.
I write for Luyanda Lewis. Luyanda Makapela is an upcoming artist.
Yeah.
Fire. Check him out as
We'll
well.
probably try to get him on.
Yeah. I've worked with Lungisa Xhamela. He was on the show, I think, a while ago.
Episode 15.
Yeah, before me, yes. And then a few other cats maybe that I think are not known commercially but are also coming up. But I've been involved in a lot of projects where I get to work behind the scenes, production as well. I'm very passionate about that. So yeah, sure, I do this, but there's more than what meets the eye.
So which one outweighs the other? Are you happier writing, being a session guitarist, or are you happier being the one delivering your own music?
Crazy. I used to think that they all equal, but I mean, they're sort of different forms of expression. And what I love about writing for someone else, I'll make an example, like Uluyanda, for example. I'll write something and I'll have sort of like an idea as to how I want this to be delivered or articulated, or if there's a certain phrase or a stanza, there's certain emotion that needs to be pushed more here, and he'll be able to get that. Whereas for me, I could do the same thing, but I'm gonna be stuck up in the whole technicality of that. Okay, fine, I need to deliver it this way, blah, blah, blah. So there's certain songs for me where I'm like, okay, this is mine, I have to be personal about this. There's certain songs where I'm just jamming, I just want to play guitar. So they all have their own special place within my heart. But with that being said, I love being able to do all of these various things. I think that's what makes me, Dave Monday. Yeah. And yeah, I like that. Yeah.
To some of the guys that don't know, your dad did pass away a couple of years back.
Yeah.
And I remember distinctly an interaction that him and I had on Facebook about you, actually. Was it Facebook or YouTube? I think between the two. I think it might have been Facebook, where you put up a video and you were singing to... Is it Ella Fitzgerald's song?
Yeah.
Paper Moon.
Paper Moon with the Greek guitar.
Yeah. And at the end of the video, you toss the guitar away and you go crazy. Yeah. And your dad wanted to basically find out why did you throw that guitar away?
I was being dramatic. I was being cool. I was adding the effects because people don't notice. So that song was that was the first song I ever learned on guitar. The first jazz song, the first song I
look for that song, Paper Moon by Ella Fitzgerald. Really crazy song.
I was so young. So it took me about 15 times just to rehearse that song and get it right. And I remember my uncle was taking a video. He was so bored, and I finally got it. And I was like so over. I was like, yes, through the guitar. Boom. Instead of dropping the mic, I dropped the guitar. Put on the bed, so it was cool. It was just emphasis. So it was more emphasis than anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the early days of actually learning guitar. I named that guitar Ella because of Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And we actually had like the same kind of guitar.
Same color. Yeah. Yours was actually better, actually.
Oh. Yeah. And you happened to play that at our concert as well.
Yeah.
So what I was getting to is the fact that your dad was pretty much very involved in your music, and he really encouraged that.
Correct. Yeah.
What does it mean to you? Like, if you could like send out a musical message to him,
sure,
and just say something to him about your journey so far in music, like what would you say to your dad?
I'm still at it, fam. I'm still at it. I mean, I don't think there's anything different I would say, because initially before he passed away, me going to, I studied at ASC, Academy of Sound Engineering. So
that's next to SABC.
Yes. So that's the sound production school. So me going there, was a pact between him and I that, okay, fine, I'm gonna go learn sound engineering now. Here's the plan. As soon as I'm done, we're going to record an album together. You'll be on keys, I'll be on guitar, like we'll make a whole project or whatever. Perfect, cool. Because also the stuff that you've been doing, it's great, you know, with other people, but I want us to, you know, make this our own thing. So that's always been the plan. I know now that he's passed away, somewhere he knows about that, and I think everything is sort of manifesting now because he's looking down, sort of like he has my back. You know, maybe not physically, but I know that spiritually he is somewhere there. What I would say, yeah, I'm definitely still at it.
That pact is still on.
It's still on, fam. I'll probably articulate myself better, you know, in writing a song.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still.
And maybe even write something that he would have hopped onto.
Yeah, hard, definitely. In fact, the song Bengiti, which is out of YouTube, is a song about him. So it's a song that talks about friendship. It's very, what I like about that song is it's very open-ended for interpretation. So the lyrics, I wrote them before he passed away, only because he was in a different province, I was as well. So I was longing sort of like for a relationship, not for a relationship, but like for us to get back to that closeness. You know, things are sort of different now because you're there, I'm here, we talk over the phone, but I mean, we used to chill, we used to be boys, we used to be everything. So let's get back to that, you know, let me just say hi.
Yeah.
So when he passed away, the lyrics still stood, but they made so much more sense and they carried so much more weight. And now it wasn't more of a fact that, you know, I miss us two together, but you're gone and I hope you're okay wherever you are. And the lyrics are still the same, but the meaning and the interpretation was just so much deeper. So that was crazy. That was cool. That was crazy as well. Yeah.
You're quite lucky in that you don't have to look hard for musical circles.
Okay.
You've always kind of known who to go to as far as pushing your music is concerned.
Sure.
But having said that, how hard has it been to kind of hustle musically in Joburg? Because for everyone it's just like, I'm gonna come from the Eastern Cape, or I'm gonna come from Cape Town, and I'm just gonna get to Joburg, and because I have this talent, you know, I'm gonna hit the ground running.
No, look, you can know a lot of people as well, but at the end of the day, it's I think definitely it is challenging. And for me, I think what stands out the most and what I've learned about this is, you know, your drive and your consistency. Because it's fine. I know Tsepang. Tsepang is a plug. He can hook me up. So I'll hook him up with something and maybe he doesn't, you know, hype about it as much as I do.
As much as you would, yeah.
So I'm now demotivated. The consistency is where that part should kick in. Where, okay, fine, you know, try other avenues. For me personally, I've loved Joburg because the platform here is quick. You know? This is our young Hollywood, you know, as opposed to other places. So I've always.
Because I know you're also friends with some of the guys from the Muffinz.
Yeah. Sims. In fact, most of the guys, Keke, Simpiwe, Nta as well. Those guys also influenced me as well in terms of my sound. Very soulful. But yeah, man, you know, keep good relationships, but don't depend on that only. You know, do your part and just grind. I've noticed that just being consistent pays off within itself. Whether you're mediocre or whatever, but because you're actually consistent, it's gonna pay off.
Would you have loved to be part of the Muffinz?
Hard, bro. There was one time I actually wanted to audition. I told someone, like, Brad, listen, I've checked all the songs. Just give me one shot. I was like, no, bro, don't worry. One day, but your music's great. I'm like, no, I want to be a part of the Muffinz. Yeah. So that's cool. But I mean,
cool.
Yeah,
they're crazy. I know. And it's weird because I remember you used to jam, you know, play some songs by the Muffinz, and which is something that doesn't generally happen. Like, I bump Lungisa's music, for example. Sure. And I'm gonna start bumping your music more consistently now. And it's not a lot of times that you're gonna find guys that are in the same kind of close circles as vibing, like bumping your music.
Correct.
And I think it's something that we should really. It's a culture that we should instill. If your friend is a musician, especially if he's making good music, there's absolutely no reason for you not to be consistently bumping pumping their stuff.
Yeah, and sharing it with other people who don't know it as well. I've always looked up to them. They don't know this, but then I got to Joburg, and now
maybe they'll see the episode.
No, definitely they will. And now we actually have like a legit friendship, you know. Simpio Gula, he's the musical director for the Muffinz. He's in the Muffinz. He also helped me on production on Bengiti. So you know it's fire. That means you need to listen to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Like I was saying, you know, Joburg, there's, you know, there's a faster pace.
Yeah.
There's a much more faster pace. I'm chilling, you know, with the Newkid on the block.
No, you know.
That's a platform within itself. So
Yeah.
it's no things like that. It's just being consistent.
And it's just gonna get better because we're looking to get all of the young talent that we can possibly get.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about something that I like quite a lot.
Cool.
Food. You were in Turkey, and then the messages started catching traction.
Yeah.
And then people started making donations.
Yeah.
And you were like, yo, we haven't had some good food in a while.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing that you ate at that moment? Like that you felt, yo, finally that didn't hurt ya?
When I got back.
No. While you were in
there.
Turkey. Because I don't know whether I have some weird ideas about what you guys were chowing down there, but like I think the food started getting pretty good.
Yeah, eventually. The diet there is very different to ours, you know. The closest thing to home was meat, but that is also they only have beef and chicken there because they're a Muslim country.
Oh man.
So, and then they love olives. I like olives, that's cool. But like this, it's a texture, you know, it's weird things. I just miss like normal takeaway from home. I don't know if I can make.
Bap.
Bap, dried meat.
Nyam.
Oh my gosh.
Yangom.
Bruh.
But because you're my mate, I actually organized something to chow for you. That's actually very South African. Steers was kind enough to hook us up with
Oh, where?
a burger. Shout out to the guys at Steers. This is actually so Steers is a very individual brand, and what they've done right now is they've put together a mix-it-up share box which has like 4 burgers and chips. I don't know. You can grab one.
I'm for this. Do I grab the whole burger?
You can grab your burger and take a bite. We'll continue speaking right now.
Do it.
Yeah. Oh, so this is pretty crazy. Thank you so much for the guys. Cheers. Oh my goodness.
It's amazing.
This looks so amazing. So yeah. This is what you should have been eating when you were in Turkey.
I was craving this all the time. I won't lie to you. There are no takeaways.
So they don't eat turkey in Turkey. You didn't mention they only make like a lot of beef and chicken.
Oh my gosh, you're so lame. They probably do, but I haven't come across it.
Not on large scale.
No, I haven't come across it, to be honest. But
like if South Africa was called beef or something, we'd probably be trying a lot of it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We're just real patriots. We stick to what we've decided on.
Yeah.
Like if you want to name your country Turkey, you better best believe every single store must be
have
stacked.
it on your flag or something. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But I mean, Turkey is actually a cool place. It's very different to being here. It was my first time traveling out the country as well. So that's something I don't regret. Would I do it again? Yeah, I would. I mean, no one could predict this whole pandemic thing and how crazy it's actually gotten out of control. But apart from that, everything just, you know, being there, the culture shock or the culture difference was a learning curve for me as well. I wouldn't say very strict, but
Pretty rigid.
Yeah.
It is a predominantly Muslim country. And
exactly.
they are like quite orderly people.
Bro.
Yeah.
They are. So, but it's good. You know, I got to learn about other people's, you know, way of life and culture and stuff. So I don't regret that. That's cool.
That's pretty dope, man.
That's cool.
Dave Monday, you are on social media.
I'm on social media, Instagram, Dave_Monday, Facebook page, Dave Monday, YouTube, Dave Monday, Twitter, @Dave Monday _. Twitter.
You know your socials better than I know mine.
Focus.
You can find us at Newkid_T45 on Twitter, at Man Designs on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and also make it a point that you click on that little bell so that every single episode that drops, you're the first one to know, because there will be more. Trust me. And I think I know for a fact, I know in my heart that you're definitely coming back to the set.
I have to, bro. I want to. Yeah. In fact, as soon as everything else that's in the pipeline, which I'm not going to mention, excuse me. Once everything is released, I want to come back here as well, just to showcase that. So that'll be cool.
Do you have another jam to play for us?
Yeah, I've got like a little freestyle. I want to play like a song.
Yeah.
But I'll just flex, you know.
Come on now.
What I do.
And contrary to what those boys would say, what do you call Ray Shramid?
Yeah, Ray Sherman. Yeah.
This is a flex zone. Yeah, just make it a point that you follow Dave Monday on all of these socials. I'm going to be dropping quite a lot of content like this. It's a space that we've chosen to actually be in and explore more extensively. Now, while he makes a racket, I will be sitting right here next to him, waiting and watching.
All right, seems.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Monday. Oh man, that was so crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
I think the first time I saw that was when Masego used to put together music like that. Is that what it's called when you keep on stepping on that?
Yeah, so it's called a loop pedal.
It just looks like you're driving. You want to show the guys what that device is?
Oh my word. Okay, so this is the G1 Zoom pedal. Let me just switch this off so I can take it out. This is a Zoom one. There's bigger ones, there's better ones, but for my setup today, I'll just use this one.
Yeah, so it helps you like capture the whatever you've just played.
Yeah. So I can basically make multiple tracks. There's effects as well in it. So there's this one, there's another one, Boss GT100. So yeah.
Then like that's pretty dope, man. Yeah, like Dave, it's been like an absolute pleasure having you here, dog.
Thank you for having me.
Like I don't know, man.
Thank
like
you for having me.
The content is just getting richer and richer thanks to people like you.
I'd been wanting to be here actually, so I'm happy. I actually got the chance. Yes. I've made it.
What?
I've made it.
Yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe to Man Designs on YouTube. Make sure that you click that little subscribe button and always make sure that you're the first one to get every single episode that drops. Follow Dave Monday. Give us one more time your socials.
So Instagram is at Dave_Monday, Twitter at Dave Monday_, Facebook page Dave Monday, YouTube Dave Monday.
Yeah.
You can catch me there.
_, not just one down dash, but double down dash. Yes, episode 16, baby. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next time. Which is probably very soon.
ukuthi wena